Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the seat of government for one of America's oldest states, home to Hershey Foods, and about 50,000 people, like realtor Edwin Tishner.
There's a lot to do, and it's very easy to get from one place to another when you live in the city.
Edwin has lived in Harrisburg for 10 years, but he won't raise his family here. He's already moved out, and every day he has new home sellers approach him.
What I've seen is a lot of people don't want to be financially tied to the city.
Harrisburg has become the face of America's municipal debt problem. It now owes more than $310 million. For homeowners, that means taxes are going up 8% or more. So, how did Harrisburg get here? It all started with a plan back in 2003 to renovate this trash-to-electricity incinerator. The city borrowed $125 million. 9 years later, the bond debt has more than doubled.
It is basic, simple math that this project does not work.
Neil Grover leads a group of 150 concerned city homeowners called Debt Watch Harrisburg.
Public officials made a really bad bet, and when they lost, they doubled down. That's what happened in Harrisburg.
When faced with a choice over how to save the city, political leaders couldn't agree. City councilors and Debt Watch Harrisburg felt bankruptcy was the best option to protect the city property, like parking garages, parking meters, and the incinerator itself.
What we don't want to happen is to basically sell our assets and be in bankruptcy anyway, with nothing left to protect.
I don't desire to get rid of those assets.
But Harrisburg's Mayor Linda Townsend asked Pennsylvania to take over the city's finances and use the assets to pay off its debt. Is bankruptcy ever a viable option?
No, it's never a viable option. If necessary, it should be your last option, but it certainly would never be my first option, ever.
Why?
I just explained to you why. We have assets. We have assets.
The governor, citing concerns about Pennsylvania's credit rating, appointed this man, David Unkovic, to develop a plan to save Harrisburg.
Good evening, everyone.
Unkovic has proposed leasing or selling off the city's parking garages and its incinerator by the end of June. He's also trying to get the city's unions and creditors to make cuts, but says he may still have to take the city into bankruptcy, risking its credit and Pennsylvania's.
My preference is not to file for bankruptcy. I think what we're trying to do is get a consensual or voluntary agreement from various parties. I mean, this city simply doesn't have enough money.
Mayor Townsend says Harrisburg serves as a warning. A forensic audit of the city's bond deals now reveals the officials who made them ignored known risks.
The lesson is, first of all, that our governments have to be more prudent.
You see all these dilapidated buildings and stuff?
A lesson Edwin Tishner believes Harrisburg is finally learning in its new development projects, which are no longer financed through the bond market. Jessica Stone, CCTV News, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.